Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon 2019 or Pokemon Journeys the Series anime video. In this video I want to talk about the latest special preview, which was released on April 23. This special preview was a total surprise because there was a special preview a few weeks ago, so I was not expecting to see another one so soon. But hey, I am not complaining. Special previews are always exciting, and this latest one is by far the best one I have seen yet. Like seriously, the hype is very real right now. This latest special preview revealed so many amazing things that I don't even know what to talk about first. So I will just begin with the least surprising part of the preview, and that is the return of Iris. Iris will indeed return in Pokemon Journeys, which is something we have known for a good while now, since the third opening revealed that this would happen back when it was used for the first time in episode 50. There have also been several leaks that revealed information about Iris's return. The first set of leaks suggested that Iris would return in episode 64 and that the title for this episode would be Reunion of the Past, Present, and Future vs. Dragonite. Now, I did make a video on these leaks where I said that Iris would battle Ash and that there would be a battle between Ash's Dragonite and Iris's Dragonite, and that I hoped that the battle would be 2-on-2 so that Ash could use Dracovish as well. This way, it could be an all-out battle with only Dragon-type Pokemon. Now, I was skeptical when I made that video because the episode was removed from Bulbapedia, so I doubted the veracity of the leaks. And it turns out that I was right to distrust these leaks. One day after posting the video, it was revealed that some of the leaks were indeed false. Iris would not return in episode 64, and the title for the episode was also wrong. I did not remove the video though because most of the information was still true, and it was undeniable that Iris would return. Sometime later, it was leaked that Iris would return in episode 65 and that the title for the episode would be Dragon Battle Ash vs. Iris. Images also leaked that showed that there would indeed be a battle between Ash's Dragonite and Iris's Dragonite. So in the end, I was right not to delete the video. Now, despite the fact that we already knew so much about Iris's return prior to the special preview, the preview still managed to provide a lot of excitement with some new revelations. First, it will indeed be a 2-on-2 battle, and Ash will use Dracovish in the battle just like I hoped. Dracovish is seen giving Iris's Dragonite a good trashing, which what I assume is Ice Fang. We had to wait 13 episodes to see Dracovish again after it was last seen in episode 50, so I am glad that we will get to see it again so soon, and this time it will get to battle. Now, it is interesting that both Ash's Dragonite and Dracovish are seen battling Iris's Dragonite, which means that one of Ash's Pokemon will probably lose to Iris's Dragonite, or Ash will substitute whoever fights Iris's Dragonite first. Both Dragonite are seen about to clash, and Ash's Dragonite is clearly injured, so maybe Ash's Dragonite will lose against Iris's Dragonite, and Dracovish has to win the day in the end. The preview does not show what other Pokemon Iris will use apart from Dragonite, which means that we can't predict the exact matchups. One of the images that leaked about this episode did show a Haxorus and a Dragonite, so maybe Iris will use her Haxorus as well, which is her Axew now fully evolved. Iris also caught a Gible the last time we saw her in the anime outside of a flashback, so maybe this Gible is a Garchomp by now? Iris also has her Excadrill, but considering that the episode's title has Dragon Battle in it, I assume that Iris would only use her Dragon-type Pokemon for the battle. The final segment of the third opening does show both an Excadrill and a Garchomp, so who knows, maybe Iris will use one of them in the battle. But still, we don't know what Iris's second Pokemon will be, and we don't know how the battle will go. Will Ash win? Will Ash's Dragonite and Dracovish win a battle each, or will one of them have to carry the other? But this is sure to be an epic battle regardless. Also, the battle will take place in what appears to be a gym. A statue of a Druddigon is seen, so it is a Dragon-type gym. My guess is that Ash and Iris will battle in the Opelucid City gym. Now, there is one last thing to note with regards to Iris. The preview shows that she will be sporting a new look when she returns. This is not unusual since most characters that return to the anime after a long absence do have their look updated to match that of their latest in-game appearance. Iris is no different since she will return with her outfit from Pokemon Black and White 2 instead of the outfit she had originally, which was the same as the one she had in Pokemon Black and White. What makes an outfit change notable in the case of Iris is that in Black and White 2, Iris is the champion of the Unova League. So if she returns to the anime with the same look she has when she is a champion in the games, then does this mean that Iris is a champion in the anime now as well? It could be. Maybe they will show us a flashback in which Iris defeats Alder and claims the title of champion. If Iris is indeed a champion now in the anime, then she will surely give Ash a good challenge, and I absolutely can't wait to see this epic battle. And thankfully, we won't have to wait too long to see it. Episode 65 will air on May 7, which is just 2 weeks away. Now, Iris is not the only character that will be returning soon. Gary's return was also teased in the third opening. However, we knew nothing about when or how Gary would return until now. The special preview shows that Gary will help Ash and Goh battle Moltres, and Ash will use his Infernape for this battle. Like, oh my god, was this unexpected. Now, I would like to say that I predicted Infernape's return because I made a video on the third opening a few months ago and I pointed out that in the final segment of the opening, an Infernape is seen. So I said that maybe this could be hinting at the fact that Ash's Infernape would return. But I was skeptical, and so I said this could also just be hinting at the appearance of a wild Infernape, or that it could be someone else's Infernape. I guess now that maybe the opening did hint at the return of Ash's Infernape, so I was right to point it out. Still, what matters now is that Infernape will return, which is very, very exciting. Now, to be fair, it is not explicitly stated that this is Ash's Infernape. But considering that Ash commands it in the battle against Moltres, I think it's safe to assume that it is indeed Ash's Infernape. I love seeing the return of Ash's old Pokemon, and thankfully, Infernape is not the only one that will return, but more on that later. So, Ash and Goh seem to run into Gary. My guess is that Ash and Goh are searching for Moltres, and they encounter Gary, who is also looking for Moltres. It's not clear why Ash and Goh are searching for Moltres, but considering their job as research fellows, they are probably investigating something that has to do with Moltres. Gary is a researcher as well, so he is probably looking into the same thing, which leads to him encountering Ash and Goh. In the end, they'll have to battle Moltres. Gary will use his Blastoise, who is seen very briefly in the preview. In fact, you can only see one of its legs. And Gary will also use his Electivire, which is clearly shown in the preview. Gary had these two Pokemon on him the last time we saw him in the anime back in Sinnoh, so he obviously has not changed his party since then, or at least he has not changed it drastically. I imagine that his Umbreon will also appear. Goh will use Cinderace of course, while Ash will use his Infernape and probably Pikachu as well. It is not clear why or how Ash has his Infernape with him. Infernape is currently at Professor Oak's lab, so Ash would have to go there to retrieve Infernape, or he would have to ask Professor Oak to transfer Infernape over. Now, Professor Oak does appear in the special preview as well. Ash and Goh visit his lab, so I figured that maybe Professor Oak wants Ash and Goh to investigate something related to Moltres. So Ash and Goh head out to search for Moltres, and Infernape decides to tag along, which is why Ash has Infernape on him when they battle Moltres. Also, this would explain why Gary is also searching for Moltres, since he is Professor Oak's grandson, so he would help with Oak's research. However, Professor Oak talks about Project Mew in the preview. He says that he is putting together a team to investigate Mew, meaning that he will not tell Ash and Goh to search for Moltres, though it could be that Professor Oak will task Ash and Goh with investigating multiple Pokemon, as the preview shows that Ash and Goh will face another legendary Pokemon apart from Moltres, but more on that later. So we don't know why Ash has Infernape with him, and we don't know why Ash and Goh are searching for Moltres, and we don't know why Gary is also searching for Moltres, but this should still be an amazing episode regardless. Now, there is one final thing to discuss though. Will someone catch Moltres? Go is seen throwing a Pokeball in one segment of the preview, and the background here suggests that this is the same area where they battle Moltres. Also, Go says during this segment that he holds the future in his hand, which is the same thing he said when he caught Suicune. So it appears that Go will indeed try to catch Moltres. Whether he succeeds or not is another matter entirely. Considering what happened with Zapdos, another legendary bird, I would say that Go won't catch Moltres. But Go did catch Suicune, so who knows, maybe he will indeed catch Moltres. Now Ash or Gary could also catch Moltres, but I think that it is unlikely. So next I want to go back to the topic of Professor Oak. Ash and Goh will visit his lab and he will tell them about Project Mew. Several images of Mew are shown, so it seems like Ash and Goh will investigate Mew, which is something that Goh will be eager to do. Not much else is said about Project Mew, and again I do wonder if Professor Oak will tell Ash and Goh to investigate other Pokemon as well. Now, the best part of Ash's visit to Professor Oak's lab is that he will reunite with a bunch of his old Pokemon, which is very exciting. The preview shows that Ash will reunite with Charizard, Snorlax, Heracross, Totodile, Donphan, Bayleaf, Noivern, Talonflame, Buizel, Oshawott, Quilava, Corphish, Bulbasaur, Hawlucha, Pignite, and Crocodile. So Ash won't reunite with his entire roster, at least according to this one segment, but he will get to see a good amount of his old Pokemon. Interestingly, there is at least one of each generation except the 7th generation since these are with Kukui, and excluding the 8th generation since Ash has these at Ceres Park. Again, I love seeing Ash's old Pokemon again, so this made me very happy, and hopefully some of them will get to see some action like Infernape. Also, I want to see Go's reaction when he sees that Ash also has an extensive collection of Pokemon. Moving on, Ash and Go will go to the Crown Tundra, or at least that is what it looks like since they are seen wearing the same outfit the player character gets when they explore the Crown Tundra in the games. And Ash and Go are in an area filled with snow that very much resembles the Crown Tundra. Ash and Go travel to the Crown Tundra presumably to find Regice since it appears in the preview and it attacks Ash and Go. You do have to find the legendary titans in the Crown Tundra, so this matches the games. A new character appears and he saves Ash and Go from Regice using an Urshifu of all things. So I guess that they are combining both expansions into one. This Urshifu appears to be a single strike Urshifu since it has a dark aura around it and it uses what appears to be Wicked Blow, the signature move of Single Strike Urshifu. This new character later says to Ash or Go or both that they failed, that they would be dead alongside their Pokemon if it wasn't for him, so clearly, this guy is your stereotypical edgy, cold, badass character. Now Ash and Go get to the Crown Tundra by using this weird flying vehicle which is not from the games, or at least, I don't remember seeing anything like it in the games. And another new character is seen inside this ship. I guess that she will help Ash and Go with the investigation. She's not from the games, and the guy that has Urshifu is not from the games either, so I look forward to meeting both of them. Now, will someone catch Regice? It's possible. There is a segment in the preview that shows a Pokeball in the snow, and this Pokeball freezes. So either someone throws a Pokeball at Regice who freezes the Pokeball before it makes contact, or the Pokeball does hit Regice, who is then brought into the Pokeball. Regice then freezes the Pokeball from the inside, just like Zapdos, who destroyed the Pokeball Go almost caught it with by having a Thunder Fall on it. So just like with Moltres, I think that the attempt will be made to catch Regice, and Go is the one that will probably try. Though Urshifu's trainer could also catch it, especially considering that he has a legendary Pokemon already. Also, there is one more thing I want to point out. Go sees something which surprises him in the Crown Tundra, and he says, "Is that?" We then hear Mew, so does Go see Mew here? Or are these two things unrelated and they are grouped together here to tease us? Could it be that Ash and Go head to the Crown Tundra to search for Mew? Maybe this is Project Mew. You really can't see anything here, so I have no idea what Go sees. Maybe Calyrex or another legendary Pokemon? I guess it could be, but again, it's difficult to say what it is. Finally, I do want to talk about a couple of other things that the preview showed, which are less exciting, but they are still part of the preview. So, Chloe is seen lovingly embracing her Eevee who has a pink scarf. It's safe to say that this will probably be another Chloe and Eevee episode. Eevee is also seen with her new scarf walking alongside Ghost Grookey, who is also wearing a scarf of some sort. And then both of them are seen screaming alongside a Geodude, which is pretty funny. Also, Team Rocket are seen driving some vehicle with these crazy expressions, like they are about to crash into something. So maybe they are the reason why Eevee, Grookey, and Geodude scream? Perhaps. Also, Grookey is seen walking and the scarf it had around its neck is now wrapped around its stick, which forms this bag like the ones you would see in old cartoons when a character would go on a trip or they would leave home. So, will Grookey run away from Go? Will it go on a trip of some sort? Maybe, and I guess it takes Eevee along for some reason. So this scene where Chloe hugs Eevee could be when Eevee returns, and Chloe is happy to see Eevee again. This hug takes place late in the evening, which suggests that Eevee is gone all day. Now, moving on, several Flabebe are seen in the preview. They are in a field of flowers. Go is seen with his white Flabebe, and then a white Flabebe, which I assume is Go's white Flabebe yet again, is seen with a Florges that has an orange flower. This is going to be a Go-focused episode for sure. Go has a Flabebe of every color, but this episode will focus on the one with the white flower. This episode is already listed on Bulbapedia's episode 66 with the title White Flower Flabebe. And finally, Ash is seen dressed like a police officer and Pikachu is seen using Thunderbolt. Not sure what to make of this, but this episode is also already listed on Bulbapedia and it will be episode 67 and the title for it will be Suspect Pikachu. So this should be a funny episode. And that's everything I have for you in this video. This special preview wasn't unexpected but welcome surprise. There is just so much excitement packed into such a short preview that I was hyped beyond belief. There is so much greatness in this preview, in fact, that I am not sure what to even title the video or what to include in the thumbnail. Pokemon Journeys is about to drop some of its best episodes yet, and I can't wait to watch them. Once we know more about these episodes from leaks and their individual previews, I will be sure to post videos on them, so please be on the lookout for these videos. And of course, you can expect reviews on most of these episodes as well once they air, but that's the video, as always. Leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this right away. Thank you very much for watching and let's meet again in the next video.